Did you know The Accountant became a sleeper hit, topping Netflix charts years after its original release? This quiet success has been demanding a sequel for nearly a decade, and we're finally getting one. Today, we're revealing everything confirmed about The Accountant 2, from its April 25th, 2025 release date to the returning cast, and why Anna Kendrick won't be back. Behind the scenes, the path to production has been filled with unexpected challenges that almost kept this sequel from happening. Whether you're a longtime fan of Affleck's uniquely skilled character or new to the story, this continuation promises to expand what made the original so compelling. The long road to release, how The Accountant 2 finally got greenlit. Would you believe that a movie with a $155 million box office and Netflix #1 status almost never got a sequel? That's the strange reality of The Accountant 2. The path to bringing this film back to life reads like a Hollywood thriller of its own. With an April 25th, 2025 release date now locked in, The Accountant 2 overcame an 8-year obstacle course that began with real promise. Back in June 2017, Warner Brothers officially announced plans for a sequel with Ben Affleck returning as deadly math genius Christian Wolff. Director Gavin O'Connor was also set to return, and fans expected the follow-up within a couple years. Then came a roller coaster of studio politics. Warner Brothers experienced what insiders called a revolving door and musical chairs of leadership. Imagine a game of hot potato where the project kept getting tossed between new bosses. The studio went through multiple leadership changes between 2017 and 2023, leaving the sequel constantly starting and stopping. Each time new executives arrived, the project's fate hung in balance as priorities shifted. The timing couldn't have been worse. Mid-budget action films, exactly what The Accountant is, were falling out of favor with major studios. Hollywood had turned towards superhero franchises and mega-budget tentpoles. An action thriller with an unusual protagonist simply didn't fit Warner Bros.' evolving plans. O'Connor captured the painful process perfectly, describing it as a flower that was ready to bloom, and then it would stop again and start again. This frustrating cycle continued for years, an eternity in an industry where projects either move forward quickly or die altogether. By 2022, even dedicated fans had likely lost hope. The original film maintained popularity as a streaming hit, but the sequel appeared permanently stuck in development limbo. For all practical purposes, The Accountant 2 seemed dead. Then came the breakthrough. Ben Affleck established his production company, Artists Equity, giving him new leverage with Warner Brothers. Affleck and O'Connor approached the studio with what amounted to an ultimatum: either move forward with the sequel or allow them to take it elsewhere. They refused to let the property sit collecting dust or be hijacked by the studio. In a rare Hollywood move, Warner Brothers listened and gracefully gave their blessing to shop the sequel to other studios rather than keeping it locked away. Amazon MGM Studios quickly snatched up the project, partly because former Warner Brothers executives who loved the original were now working there. They saw potential that Warner Brothers couldn't recognize. The timing is perfect, too. This film about a forensic accountant who untangles complex financial crimes will hit theaters just after real-life tax season ends, a fitting tribute to the franchise's unique protagonist. Brothers reunited, the sequel's focus on Affleck and Bernthal.
You were right. That's better, right?
Ever wonder what happened to Anna Kendrick's character in The Accountant 2? Despite her significant role in the first film, Dana won't be returning for the sequel. This isn't a scheduling conflict or contract dispute. It's actually a deliberate creative decision that completely reshapes the emotional core of the franchise. Director Gavin O'Connor saw Dana's storyline with Christian as naturally concluded when he gifted her the Pollock painting, representing his tentative steps toward human connection. Bringing her back would feel forced rather than organic to the narrative. Instead, O'Connor is making a fascinating pivot by centering the sequel on a relationship only briefly glimpsed in the original. Remember that intense fight scene where Christian Wolff discovered the security expert trying to kill him was actually his estranged brother? That brief moment of family drama, the tense standoff, the recognition in their eyes as years of separation crashed down in seconds, is about to become the entire emotional foundation of The Accountant 2, with Jon Bernthal's expanded role. The decision to focus on Bernthal's character makes perfect sense given his career trajectory since the first film. Since 2016, Bernthal has become a much bigger name with standout performances in The Punisher and The Bear. This elevated profile allows the sequel to capitalize on Bernthal's increased star power while exploring a relationship that was only hinted at before. The sequel's plot provides the perfect vehicle for this brotherly exploration. Christian will be recruited by Treasury agent Mary Beth Medina, Cynthia Addai-Robinson, to investigate the murder of Ray King, J.K. Simmons. This investigation forces Christian to collaborate with Braxton, creating natural tension as they navigate their complicated history while trying to solve a murder. This shift from a potential romance to a brother story allows the sequel to dig much deeper into Christian's character. The Wolff brothers share a unique understanding of their traumatic childhood, something Dana could never fully comprehend despite her caring nature. By focusing on this brotherly relationship, The Accountant 2 creates space for exploring themes of family, loyalty, and reconciliation. That climactic fight scene where the brothers confronted each other while processing their complicated past was one of the most emotionally charged moments in the original. Now imagine that level of emotional complexity sustained throughout an entire film.
I'm sorry, Braxton.
From troubled production to franchise future. Behind The Accountant's thrilling brotherly tale lies a production journey that reads like a Hollywood suspense film of its own. While the sequel was trapped in development purgatory for 8 years, director Gavin O'Connor never abandoned his ambitious vision. In fact, he's had plans for a complete trilogy all along, a dream that's finally within reach after nearly a decade of uncertainty. This is just the beginning, O'Connor has repeatedly emphasized when discussing the franchise's future. What's particularly fascinating is how he describes the potential third installment, a buddy movie, that he colorfully likens to Rain Man on steroids. That vivid description offers a tantalizing glimpse into the director's creative vision for Christian and Braxton's continued evolution as brothers, reconnecting after years apart. Amazon's acquisition of MGM has proven to be the lifeline this franchise desperately needed. The streaming giant is actively building its own roster of action franchises, a strategy that's already paying dividends with successful titles like The Beekeeper and their Roadhouse remake. The Accountant's unique blend of character-driven drama and intense action sequences fits perfectly within this expanding portfolio. Interestingly, back in 2021, there were discussions about filming the second and third installments back-to-back, a strategy that would have efficiently completed O'Connor's trilogy vision in one concentrated production effort. Unfortunately, the continued delays made this impossible. Despite these setbacks, the path forward now seems clearer than ever. If The Accountant 2 performs well with audiences after its April 2025 release, we might not have to wait another 8 years for the trilogy's conclusion. With Amazon's strategic support, O'Connor remains optimistic the third film could move forward relatively quickly. This dramatic turnaround represents something increasingly rare in modern Hollywood, a mid-budget, character-driven action franchise surviving purely on the strength of its concept and the determination of its creative team. Without a comic book foundation or a massive special effects budget, The Accountant has carved out its unique place in the action genre through sheer storytelling quality. For fans who've been following this saga since 2016, the prospect of actually seeing O'Connor's complete trilogy vision realized feels almost miraculous, a testament to the power of persistence in an industry where promising projects disappear into development limbo every day. Ben Affleck, known for his dedication to authentic storytelling, revealed the lengthy wait wasn't just about studio politics, but about creating something meaningful. We wanted to create something that felt authentic and true to the characters we established in the first film. This commitment to quality over quick profits explains why this sequel deserves our attention. With early screenings at South by Southwest Festival getting positive reviews, many are claiming the sequel is even better than the first. This is only building buzz for the full theatrical release. When the film hits theaters this April, you'll witness a statistical anomaly, a testament to creative determination in an industry where patience is rarely rewarded. Rewatch the original and join us for updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more from us at Movies Unbound. Catch you on the next one!